Hey everybody, Josh here with a look at another Star Wars toy, and today we're going to do an unboxing video. Today we're going to unbox a 6-inch Black Series Range Trooper from the new Solo movie. So let's go check this guy out. Come on. Alright everybody, here we are today with a 6-inch Black Series figure. This is a Range Trooper from the new Solo movie, and for context, at the time I'm filming this video, the Solo movie is not out yet. It's about a week away, so there is still a little bit of mystery around these characters, or some of these characters, but we are going to unbox this character today, and before we get that far, let's just quickly spin the packaging around, let you guys take a look at it. And if you're familiar with Black Series, you know most of them are numbered, and this guy is number 64 in the collection. And then on the back here, what we have is a little character description, and I'll go ahead and read that to you guys. Range Trooper. The Imperial expansion requires the settlement of vital operations on remote outpost worlds. These frontier stormtroopers form a backbone of stubborn defense against would-be thieves and pirates. Okay, so what they're explaining basically is there are frontier worlds that are not yet controlled or developed by the Empire, and these guys are the first line of defense. So I guess they would kind of be like Marines almost. They're going to be the first ones on the ground in a new world that the Empire is trying to settle. So that should be very interesting. Okay, I've been dying to get my hands on this guy here. Very nice. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have, of course, the blaster, and there we go. Wow. This is a very heavy... This is a very heavy figure. There's a lot of plastic in this guy. And the first thing I'm noticing right off the bat is the massive boots. And as I said, the Solo movie's not out yet, so there's still a little mystery around this guy, but I've seen some things online that suggest that these are actually magnetic boots that can be activated so these guys can walk on the hull of ships and things like that. And I believe if you watch the current trailer that's out, there's actually a real quick shot of them using these boots. You can see them be activated and things like that. So, but you got to have a quick eye when you're watching the trailer. So real quick, let's run through this guy's movements. Wow, he's just a very nice figure. I'm impressed with these Black Series. So looking at the head, so you have rotational movement and just a little bit of up and down, and that's probably due to because there's so much armor on this guy. And then you got the fur collar, which is very nice. It's actually, I know it's not real fur, but it feels like it's cloth that feels like fur. Very nice. So then looking at his arms here, you have a rotational at the shoulders, and you also have up and down at the shoulders. And you have an elbow up and down and rotation. And then you have a wrist rotation as well. And normally you're going to have a little bit of wrist back and forth movement, and this guy has a little bit of that. But if you look, you can see they have these really large sleeves on him and the collars come down past his wrist, or the coat sleeves, and so that kind of restricts his movement, but it does rotate, or his wrist does. And then let's see here, looking at his midsection, you have a rotational movement and a little bit of back and forth wiggle, but it's because of the armor, and you're going to run into that with characters that are wearing a lot of armor. The armor, they're not going to have as much movement as some of the other characters. So if you look, the chest armor is hitting the plate that's on his waist here, and that kind of restricts how far he moves forward. So that's it. And then that's really just the restrictions on his waist movement, unfortunately. And then if we look at his legs here, you have a point of articulation. It's kind of hard to see because he has these straps and his coat hanging down over his legs. But right up here by his hips, you can rotate the leg. And then your forward movement, that is about it. And again, that's because he's hitting the armor on the lower part of his armor here. And so your forward movement's about that far, and then your backward movement on the legs, that's it right there. And again, it's because he's hitting this large coat that's hanging down. And it has flexibility to it, but it's still restricting the character's movements. So just be aware of that if you're going to purchase this character. And then, so looking at his legs, you have the knee joint. So you have an up and down movement and then a rotation at the knee. And then, wow, okay, so they did put ankle articulation in there. There's no... I can't feel like I can make it rotate, but there's up and down movement on his foot. And you can see there's a large mechanism that comes down here. That's very interesting how the foot operates. Very cool. I really like these boots. I think they look really cool on this character. I cannot wait to see this movie. Very cool. Okay, so there he is. And as you can see, there's a lot of... This fur has a little bit of movement to it, and so you have to watch. You can actually rotate it when you move the head. So just... It's not glued into position or anything like that, but I do not think you're actually going to get it off of him unless you remove the character's head. And so another little detail I'm noticing, if you look, and this wasn't like this on the 3 3/4 inch, I believe, but if you look at the lenses on his helmet, they're actually gold. So that's very neat. They're painted gold. Okay. And so this is, wow, a very fancy character or figure. And so when you look at the jacket, you can see you have these flexible parts that are hanging down. And then from there, he actually has straps that go from the inside of the jacket that go around the leg. So that's very interesting. Okay, so from here, we're going to, let's see, will you stand on your own? You can't stand on your own with those boots. Okay, so here is his blaster pistol. And it's very similar to the E11, except it looks like he's got an extra little sight or scope up there on the top. And what we'll do is see how well he holds this thing. And as you can see, he's got a trigger finger out here. So this is obviously the hand we want to put the gun in. Very nice. And you can see the trigger finger goes right into the trigger guard. Very nice. I really can appreciate the amount of detail they put into these Black Series figures. I'm trying to see if I can get him to hold the gun with 2 hands. There we go. Very nice. And real quick, just to be thorough, whoops, let's see if we can get this gun into his other hand. Okay, so he does hold it in both hands. So it's not in there very well, but if you want to put it in the other hand, it is doable. But you can see how easy it kind of comes out. And when you have it in this hand, it's in there very well. It's not coming out. So very nice. I think these guys are going to end up being very popular characters when it's all said and done, when the Solo movie is over, or once it's been released. But there you go, guys. There he is. The Range Trooper. Okay. All right. There he is, guys, from the Black Series line. This is a 6-inch Range Trooper from the new Solo movie. And thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. And if you're finding me for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. And we'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.